going on YouTube? Perfect Castle here with another episode on the new updates that are coming to Minecraft 1.21. This week's snapshot is 23W43A, and there's a bunch of new features that they added in this beta, or I mean snapshot version. But before we get to that, I want to show you guys something I thought up. In the last video I did show that I wanted to do something with the crafter as a input device. So for this I made a bunch of controls that will do different things, and then we can lock our little enchanting area over here. So first of all, this one I set to 1, and then it opens this, and then I can flick this lever and then it will lift this piston. Obviously you'll probably do something more efficient in your world. You're not going to do something this elaborate, or you can do something this elaborate obviously for something else, not necessarily for closing a door. And this one I think it's on 5, then it makes a yeah, it should be, I think it's 5, then it should make a lever for me to be able to place here. And then I can lift this piston, and then this one I think I also set to 1, and then it lifts that piston. And then I made it so that this is like segmented redstone for the lights on the roof. So if I turn this off, oops, I think if it's on 4, it's only this one light that goes on, and then if it goes on 5 or 6, then it will light this one's over here, and then also it will light the one in this little room here. I can show you guys how I did the basic redstone. Obviously, like I said, I'm not a master redstoner, but there's a lot of people out there that can do this a lot more efficiently. So basically it's just the comparator that takes the input, like whatever the value is putting out. I made this one 1 by just having it instantly powered, because it's like directly feeding into a repeater, so it will give a full output of 15. So then it just goes to this little torch, and then it will just pull that back. And then if you take the 1 away, then it will just push it out again. This one I made it so that the input has to be 3, so you can see it gives a weaker signal, and then whatever it sends here, it doesn't send as strong, and then it will craft the new lever for you. And then this one is just the same as the first one. It just sends the redstone signal through the floor, and then it will just activate the piston on the other side. The light bulb, I just made it so that you put a repeater here after that, so then once it reaches the required redstone to power to send this on straight to all the rest, then it will just repeat to those, and then it will just power those. I'm pretty sure it's pretty easy to follow. Then, new blocks. They did add a lot of new blocks for tuft and also for copper. They have the new chiseled tuft, and then they have the new chiseled what is this? Chiseled tuft brick. Oh, chiseled tuft brick, and this is just chiseled tuft. Then you have the tuft brick. You have the tuft brick stair, tuft brick wall, the smooth tuft, the tuft stair, tuft slab, tuft wall. I kind of like the tuft wall because it's almost like andesite and those, where it's just a solid texture. It reminds me a lot about the barrier block or something like that on Bedrock Edition. There's like this red wall block that you can place under the floor, which just beacons out like a solid barrier. It just reminds me of the texture a lot. I don't know why, but yeah. Then we have the normal tuft block, but then we have the stair variant, the slab variant, and then also we have the wall variant. Then copper, we have a lot of new copper blocks, which I'm excited about because I love building stuff with copper in my survival world. My survival world is on Bedrock Edition. Still haven't set up my Xbox to record videos, but I'll work on that as well, because I want to start making videos on Modern Warfare 3 as soon as that launches. And I also am looking forward to making Ark Survival Ascended videos because I've been really excited into playing that, and I'm hoping I could share that enthusiasm with you guys. So yeah, first of all, we have the new chiseled copper. It comes in all 4 of the variants. The slightly weathered, well, it looks like the stuff weathered over the time that I set this up. But okay, so we have the chiseled variant, which can come in all the forms of rust. Then we have the great block, which I really am excited to see what people do with. Like, I can imagine a lot of like horror survival games, you know, like Last of Us and those kind of games, or not Last of Us. There's a lot of survival games that has like metal grate floors and stuff. So I want to make like a lab or something that's like deteriorating. Like example of it is like this. I made a scaffold kind of thing, so I could just imagine something like this, like slightly broken, and then there's like multiple layers. Then you have to do like parkour across them. But okay, not to elaborate further on that just yet, because I have like a bunch of build ideas for these stuff as well. Next we have the new copper bulb, which is a block which can be turned on, and it stays turned on, and if you switch it off, it stays switched off. So a cool thing also with this is, so let's put the button here, and then it will just give a redstone output. So you can make it so that buttons act almost like levers, where it gives a constant feed output. I can see people maybe putting this behind a wall or something, and then you have a button that's toggleable like a lever. So you press the button, it switches off, you switch the button on again, and then it's, so yeah, you can just power stuff by clicking this button and then powering it off. A lot of cool things I can see people doing. You can also maybe do a pin lock with that. I don't know why I keep going back to pin locks, but I think it's like really cool being able to, the amount of redstone stuff they are enabling us to do in this new update. So we have the bulb block, then we have the copper door. What I'm hoping maybe is we can have it so that if you have it more corroded, you need redstone maybe to open it. Like, let's say it's like fully rusted, then you can have it so that only redstone can open it, and then like if it's like this, you can open it normally. Or that's how I could see something like this. This is really cool. Like, I don't know what they plan on doing, but like there's a lot of things they can do with this. Or if it stays like this, I honestly don't mind too much. And you have the trapdoor, which I like a lot. This can do a lot of cool things. Like, I don't know, my creative ideas just keep flowing with seeing these blocks. But yeah, they have all the different variants. Like, it has your waxed and unwaxed. It has the corroded and uncorroded. And yeah. Okay, so let's just get into some of the ideas I had. This is more for a steampunky build, like a light post. You can do a lot cooler things with it. This was just something I just quickly put together as a copper light post. Honestly, there's so much you can do with just the copper alone. And, wait, let's just add maybe the copper trapdoors here. See if we can accentuate it a little. Just add a little more texture to it. So we just flick this up, and yeah, I think it doesn't change a lot. So it just basically looks similar. But yeah, and then with the tuft blocks, I see the pallets like matching properly with the. Wait, this is, yeah, deep slate. I think like you can have like your own ruins like this, because these blocks just lend well to like really cool pillars, like for an ancient temple, or maybe this is like a ancient city if you want to go with these pallets and make like an overworld equivalent of your ancient cities. But yeah, this was just something I instantly just thought up of and just wanted to like put together and just give you guys ideas to maybe implement in your world. There's a lot cooler things you guys are obviously gonna think up. And yeah, okay, the bat disappeared. But okay, let's just get here. This is just a normal spike, the way people normally would build like spikes. Now you can just do that with tuft as well. So if you want to make yourself a cool little cave and integrate tuft into the mix of a cave, you can do that. And then, like I showed previously, the whole scaffold, or this is not a scaffold, this is more like those things that they show in the movies when the people wash windows, or even like cave, if you remove this, and you have multiple variants of this, where you can just make it so that you walk down into a cave, like the Bat Cave or something. You can definitely do a lot of cool stuff with this. And also the cool thing is, like, it's self-corroding. It makes it look more ancient. I'm definitely gonna try and do something like this in my world. I would like to make a video on my survival world at some point, and hopefully you guys can appreciate that. And yeah, and then the last feature that they added this update was the new bat model and also the new bat animations. I'm just gonna try and place this here where it's not gonna fly away, because that was the other one despawned that I put in the barrier box. But yeah, so we have this bat. The model is new. It also has a new animation. Hopefully this opens the door for other mobs to also get like a revamp, because if you check how mobs are nowadays, all the new mobs are like really well animated and really well textured, and then you have the old mobs, like if you compare the Strider or like, okay, let's compare something simple for first. Let's get frog, and then we get, oh, not frog light, we get the frog, and then we get a cow. This is just like some of the more recent versions of stuff. Like we have the cow and then we have the frog. If you look at the frog, it has a lot of animations. The throat bulges, like if it walks, like the legs don't just move backwards to forwards, like it has like a rotation. Let's see if we can tempt him so that I can just show you guys when he walks. Like his legs are completely, like they don't just move back and forth. They can also, when he swims, like he can go side to side, and I don't know, it's like really cool how well they're animated. It also shoots out its tongue, and there's so much life in this. And then you get the cow, which his head can only move, and then the legs can just move forward and backward. So hopefully stuff like the cow and some of the older mobs get some love. And the bat gives me some hope that that can happen. And another thing that I'm honestly hoping they do is make it so that calcite gets block variants, because I've always wanted like a white block which you can turn into walls, or even give quartz walls. Like I don't know why the quartz doesn't have walls, because they said that all the stone blocks will have about the same functionality when it comes to turning them into like slabs and stairs and walls. But for some reason quartz has slabs, it has stairs, and it has the full block, but it doesn't have walls. So there's so many cool things I want to build with like normal white walls, like just trimming on certain houses, maybe make gutters or something, I don't know. Like there's so much little detail I would love to be able to put in my builds with more variants of different blocks as walls and slabs and stairs. But if you guys did enjoy the video, like it, subscribe if you want to keep up to date with more videos that I post, and yeah, I hope you guys have a lovely day.